All right, we should be back live for part 2. If you're catching this at 11 o'clock on the dot, p.m. Central Time, then we are here and we are rolling. And we'll have to give everybody a few minutes to get on. So we'll get everybody in on the chat. Hopefully Facebook isn't whack. Whack is a word meaning terrible internet connection. So if you're on, go ahead and send us a few dots and we'll see. Make sure we're on and watching. All right. Let me get on here on Facebook. Let me pull it up on Facebook first and see what it looks like on y'all's end. Okay, I think it's working. I see comments on the chat. I'm going to comment myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is live, Noah. 6, 7. I've got about a 7-second delay. I was counting in my head. I've got between a 5 and 7-second delay probably. All right, I'm over here behind the counter on my phone actually. I was trying to find a other Creative Records, which were right here in front of me. All right, so I'm working. I think y'all are working. We had some connections. Basically, Restream was still connected, but this wasn't showing comments, or they were telling me we were connected. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is, I think 7 seconds is pretty good. If I missed something when I went off earlier, let me know. This is part 2. I probably need to go change. I can change it on Facebook. I can't change it fast on YouTube. I'm going to go change the Facebook to this feed is ended. And then we're going to go through the rest of this half off bin and maybe a few more things like a recap or something. And then we're going to start posters. Edit post. That's part 2. I don't want to edit part 2 and say it's ended. I want to edit part 1 right here. I'm going to put this feed is ended. This feed has ended. Part 2 is now live. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. All right, so that way people find that. Okay, so if I missed anything earlier, like if something came in, you might want to send it again. Let me delete our story because that's our old feed now. Delete story. All right, and Robert has offered, Robert, I will split the difference with you. I feel like this was going to bring like $77 or $84 or something like this. You can have it for $50 if you want it. And that's one of the only 2 auctions that didn't sell. I think almost every Iron Maiden record tonight except that bootleg only got minimum bid, which is wild. That never happens. But I didn't advertise them either. They were all surprises. If I advertise them, those would have been bringing 3 times as much. So everybody got some great deals on Iron Maiden records tonight. Some of the last ones from that last metal collection. So that's sold to Robert Philippi for $50. All right, let's start going through this half-off bin, and I'll put up some new auctions. Back to business. Aretha, let's just start this bin over. Aretha Franklin, jump to it. Aretha Franklin is $10. Jump to it. We have Randy Weston, African Night. Randy Weston was $15. We're going through a half-off bin. Joe and Eddie, Volume 4, $5 on Joe and Eddie. Lacey J. Dalton. Lacey J is $7.50. Bellamy Brothers, Sons of the Sun, Shrink Wrap, Hop Sticker, $5 on Bellamy Brothers. Dan Fogelberg, Innocent Age, 2 LP, $7.50. Girls, Guitars, and Gibson. Don Gibson is EX Edition, $7.50. And we have Finch, Beyond Expression. Finch is EX Edition, $12.50. The Love and Spoonful in Woody Allen's What's Up Tiger Lily, That's EX Edition, $11. And Official Music, King Biscuit Boy with Crowbar. That's EX Edition, $6. Paul said he just got to his hotel. Some insane collections were inquired. I know. I'm like I said in the post, I'm trying to figure out what collection is different from the other almost. It's so confusing. So many great records are bought. All right, we have Michael Schenker and Deep Purple going up for auction. Still got a few more records over here to knock out, just FYI. Next, though, is Michael Schenker Group. This is a 1980 USOG, a Santa Maria press, EX condition. It has the original on her sleeve, $15 start. There's the LP. There's the original on her sleeve. There's Michael Schenker Group. $15 start. Next is Deep Purple. This is a Japanese copy. It's a Deep Purple Greatest Hits. It's called 24 Karat Purple. The jacket looks brand new. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. $25 start. That's a Deep Purple Hits compilation. It comes with a poster booklet. Woman from Tokyo, Speed King, Fireball, Black Knight, Smoke on the Water, Child in Time. That is a $25 start. What is Special Music? Did you mean Official Music? Official Music, King Biscuit Boy of Crowbar. I really don't know exactly what that is. I think it's blues rock, and that's EX Edition, $6. So there's Michael Schenker. There's Deep Purple. That's our next two auctions. We're almost done with every auction that I had set aside for tonight. Just FYI. But if this is part 2, just so you know, you are on the correct feed. We have Family Bandstand. That's EX Edition, $9. Teddy Strom, Good Night. Teddy Strom is now $25. That is a 77 U.S. Private Press rock album. The spine is busted. $25 off, though, makes it $25. John Barry says he'll take the Official Music with King Biscuit Boy. That's so to John Barry. Eddie Kirkland, Pick Up the Pieces. Eddie Kirkland is also $25 off, which makes it $25. That's Chicago Blues in 81 UK. $25 on that, Eddie Kirkland. Transworld Garage Scene, Volume 1, Europe. Transworld Garage Scene. That's $22.50 off, which makes it $22.50. I think there's something wrong with my shoe over here. Give me 1 second. Can't stand here the rest of the night with... Feels like there's something on my foot. Quick timeout. I'm having to pit stop here. I don't know what that was. Feels a lot better now, though. Oh, I felt like my foot was cramping almost. Maybe I need to chug some more water. Maybe I need some more Monster. That's what I really need. When you start cramping, start chugging more Monster. Same thing Tiger Woods does. All right, injury timeout. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Kirkland, that's sold to Patrick Lear. Big discount on that. Nice. Sold to Patrick Lear. All right, so Michael Schenker, just a $15 start on that. EX copy and this Japanese Deep Purple, $25 start. Beautiful vinyl, no Obi. Of course, if that Obi was on there, what? You could probably add $20. I'd probably be saying a $45 start. Tim Buckley, EX Edition, $17.50. Roy Odd, Footsteps and Heartbeats. That's a 1989 UK, $10 on that. Shakeout, Top of the World, a 97 German Psychobilly album, $7.50 on Shakeout. Jonathan Livingston Siegel, as told by Richard Harris. That is now $10. We have, this is heavy. It's Kenny Rogers in the first edition, presents the Ballad of Calico. That's got the booklet with it, $12.50. And Augie's Western Head Music Co., Augie Meyer, that is now $15, a 1971 press. TB title. Tim Buckley. The name of the record is called Tim Buckley. It's self-titled. We have Crab Tunes Noggins, a 71 white label promo. The Young Bloods presents. White label promo, $10 on that. Crab Tunes Noggins. Soul Cinders. Soul Cinders is $5. Soul Cinders, $5. And this is, boy, that's hard to read. That is in Morkelig Kopto. No wonder. It's a Denmark pressing, a rock album, $15 on that. All right, nobody on Michael Schenker, that's a $15 buy it now. And nobody on Deep Purple, that's a $25 buy it now. So this is Michael Schenker Group self-titled. EX copy, it's a US 1980 OG Santa Maria. You can buy that for $15. And Deep Purple is a buy it now. It's a Japanese OG, extremely nice, $25 on that. All right. And that's sold to Burt Jordan for $25. Burt Jordan, that is now you. Very nice pickup there on the deep purple, 24 karat purple. That's sold to Burt Jordan. I'm going to put Michael Schenker right over here in case somebody decides they want that. All right. So we have Tubes. Love Bomb. Tubes is $10. We also have the best of the Young Bloods, Get Together. No condition notes on that, $10. Melissa Manchester, Home to Myself. $5 on Melissa Manchester, and Tommy Rowe, Dizzy, $5. Yes, I am going to recap the bin. I have to finish it first. I have a few more records left. That's so to Tommy Flowers on the Tubes. Tommy Flowers, you get the Tubes. Chris, I will definitely recap. I'm going to go through this one. I'm going to finish up all of our auctions, which I've got 2, 4, 5 auctions for sure I want to run tonight. Maybe 7. Yeah, I've got 2 more sealed records over here. So 7 more auctions, and I'm going to keep showing records till all these have at least been shown. I'm hoping somebody will buy Michael Schenker. I'm hoping somebody will buy the Marillion because I want everything sold by the end of the night. Larry Smith on MM, Melissa Manchester. Donna gets the Tommy Rowe. Burt Jordan second. Tommy Flowers did get the Tubes, and Darren Meyer wants the best of the Young Bloods. Those are all sold. Plus, we're still selling stuff. I never end a show if we're still selling records like this. This is a 1980 I keep on wanting to say US. OG, Japanese, 1980 OG Japanese. This one, by Japanese standards, is probably about an EX copy. It has a scuff mark there on side 2. I mean, if it has any kind of mark, we typically knock it down. So 1 scuff mark on that one. We're going to start it for just $15. Not a bad copy whatsoever. It has the insert and the original inner sleeve, and that is Against the Wind, just a $15 start. All right, and then Jetstream wants SS. Jetstream on SS, that was Soul Cinders. What Marillion? And Michael Peevler wants the Michael Schenker for $15. That's over $15. This is Marillion, script for a Jester's Tear. I've kind of already forgot the details. It was an original UK, I believe. I think it's an 86 UK. Whatever year this, 83. 83 UK. And it was near mint. It was a $35 buy it now. 83 UK original. $35 buy it now. And Bob Seger's a $15 start. And then the other auction was Who Can It Be Now? This is a 1982 Japanese Men at Work, business as usual, with insert and booklet. With insert and booklet, $35 start. And this is business as usual. Insert / booklet. Same thing. So same piece there. That's a $35 start. $35 on that. Down Under, Who Can It Be Now? And then there is Seeger. All right, half off. Still got a few left in here. Ocean, Put Your Hand in the Hand. Ocean is now $5. Also, Climax Blues Band, Flying the Flag. Climax Blues Band is $10. There's History of Country Music Volume 6. We had 3 and 5 earlier, I think. $5 on History of Country Music. Wednesday week, what we had. Wednesday week is $7.50. And Bruce Hornsby in the Range, Scenes from the South Side, $12.50. Scenes from the South Side, $12.50 on that. Let me plug up my other phone over here. Both my phones are full charge. Let's get this one up to a full charge. Jetstream, he got the other 2. He gets that one. And John Barry, I think you were second to the other 3. Patrick Lear wants Bruce Hornsby. So we're going through a half-off bin. I think everybody, when I first started going through it, we had like 68 people. Now we have 96 people on both Facebook and YouTube. We had to restart because of connections. I'm going to go through those one more time fast. And then we're going to go through one more half-off bin before we start posters, okay? And we got to knock out the rest of these auctions. First, Men at Work just got a bid for $35. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm making this Japanese Bob Seger a $15 buy it now. That might be the cheapest, nice Japanese pressing of anything I've ever sold. $15 on Bob Seger, Against the Wind. Sold to Burt Jordan. That is sold to Burt Jordan for $15. Men at Work's the final call. We have Aretha, Jump to It, $10. Randy Weston, African Night, $15. Joe and Eddie, Volume 4, $5. We have Lacey J. Dalton, $7.50. Bellamy Brothers, $5. Sons of the Sun. Dan Fogelberg, $7.50. Girls Guitars and Gibson. Don Gibson, EX 750. Finch is EX 1250. Love and Spoonful, Woody Allen. What's Up Tiger Lily, EX 11. Family Bandstand, EX 9. Teddy Strom, Good Night, $25. Transworld Garage Scene, $22.50. Roy McLeod, $10. Footsteps and Heartbeats. Shakeout, Top of the World, $7.50. Jonathan Livingston Seagull, $10. The Kenny Rogers in the first edition, $12.50, near mint with booklet. Augie's Head, $15, 1971. Tim Buckley, still available, $17.50. Grab Crab Tunes Noggins, $10, white label promo. Chris Knapp wants Family Bandstand. That's sold to Chris Knapp. Men at Work is sold for $35 to Jerry Conklin. So Burt Jordan got the Bob Seger for just $15. Next was Susie Breedlove, Brent Robley, Tommy Flowers, Tim Turner, Robert Phillippe, Michael Peevler, Paul Oakley, Patrick Lear, Tommy Flowers, Donna, Jamie Kay, Josie Sinkbell. Can I see the family? Chris said family. Can I see the family? That is sold to you if you want it. Family Bandstand. Chad is pronounced Roy McLeod. Roy McLeod, not McLeod. Okay? We'll say McLeod. We have in Markleg Kopti, which was this Denmark record for $15. Ocean, Put Your Hand in the Hand was $5. Climax Blues Band, $10. And Wednesday Week, $7.50. Chad, what is the first record in the Green Crate by your right hand? This is Yes, the Yes album. Stephen Wilson remix, new Rhino, Sounds of the Summer, Sea Blue vinyl, new and sealed, $33. Chris Knapp says he will take the Family Bandstand. If anybody else wants anything in there, let me know. We're going to go through one more crate like that, just FYI. I'm going to condense these with the other ones. Got a few more auctions to put up to wrap up the night, and then we'll move into some posters if there's some people on waiting for those. I think y'all know those are on standby. Let me pull. That was a good mixture. So I'm pulling stuff that's kind of older over here from some of these in-store bins, and then kind of right in the middle of it, I'm pulling some stuff from these other bins, like from June, which is a lot of New Orleans and could have some other stuff in it as well. So, all right, this will be one of the last crates of vinyl tonight, just FYI, but there's still some interesting auctions to be had. And I got to order a lot of stuff tonight. So, Burt Jordan wants the Kenny Rogers album. Darren Meyer wants a Yes album. All right, Darren Meyer. Now, Darren, I just want to let you know, these have some light seam crackles at the top. If that's okay, I'll make sure you say yes to yes. If not, just let me know. But that's such a good album. Starship Trooper, so good. It's a new Stephen Wilson remix on color vinyl. And Burt Jordan wants the Kenny Rogers Calico from the previous bin. That's $12.50. That is sold to him. And he said he is okay with the seam split. Sell that to Darren Meyer. Thank you, Darren. That's sticker price, of course. Sticker price on the Yes album. All right, let's go through these half-offs. Not before I grab the next two auctions. Eric Steele and Van Halen. And we have sold like a full whole crate of auctions almost. Pretty incredible tonight how much we've been through. This is a very low-grade record. This is a 1979 US. It is OG. It's a Monarch pressing of Van Halen. It is like a VG minus with feelable marks. It's a VG minus cover. $5 start. A budget Van Halen 2. $5 start on that. And then this is called Eric Steele. Infectious. Eric Steele. This is a 88 USOG EX copy. $15 start. $15 start. Shellac to all trains. Yeah, I might need to see if I can order that with somebody else, Craig, because whoever I ordered that for with you didn't come in. Melanie, if you could make me a sticky note. Eric, Craig Thomas, shellac to all trains. All right, so we got a budget Van Halen 2 there, and then Eric Steele's a $15 start. Oh, no, I'm disconnected off Facebook again. But I can still see y'all's comments. Well, I'm disconnected everywhere. All right, well, I don't know if I can see you. I just looked down. I saw it buffering, so. Yeah, this rain has really messed up tonight's feed. For sure. I'm still seeing comments, but I'm not even... Facebook's not even showing up on my list. All right, we'll get started and see what happens. We have Perennial, In My Dreams. Perennial is $10. Half off bin. Perennial, In My Dreams. Also, we have Johnny Rivers, Realization. A UK pressing. Johnny Rivers is $5. Realization. Donovan, Wear Your Love Like Heaven. Donovan is $7.50. Harry Belafonte at the Greek Theater, $10 on Harry Belafonte. Dionne Warwick's Greatest Motion Picture Hits, $5 on Dionne Warwick. An Evening with Belafonte and Muscori maybe, $5 on that. And Three Dog Night, Hard Labor with the file folder cover, $10 on that. Okay, so I put up Van Halen and Eric Steele. The first person to bid was Patrick Lear, $5. Pam Murray bid $5. Patrick Lear bid $5 again. And then Susie Breedlove on JR for Johnny Rivers. That's so to Susie, Larry Smith second. Donna first on Donovan. Donna gets Donovan, and Pam's at 7 on Van Halen. We have Brianna Marella, All Around Us, limited edition smoky colored vinyl, $8.50. Eric Steele is a buy it now for $15. If anybody wants that, that's an 88 US copy. Eric Steele. Van Halen's at $8. Dozer, Call It Conspiracy. It's $10. It's missing a record. It is missing the second LP. We have the first disc. I think that's a pricey record if both LPs are there. It's missing a record. $10 on Dozer. $10 on Dozer. And Jim Steinman. Jim Steinman is now just $12.50. That's something to do with Meatloaf. I forgot the exact. I think the Meatloaf record at the bottom, like Bat Out of Hell, it says Music and Words by Jim Steinman. And that is Jim Steinman. I'm trying to give me 1 second. I'm trying to find something here behind the counter I need. Let's see where it is. Not seeing it though. Well. Okay, that's all right. Well, let me step over here and see if it's here. Nope, not over here either. Well, sugar. That's okay. All right. Van Halen's at 10. We have Terry Callier, Sign of the Times. That's a 12-inch promo, $10 on that. Van Halen's at 10. Patrick's out. Moody Blues Octave is $7.50. Moody Blues Octave, also the 11th House featuring Larry Coryell, $7.50 on Larry Coryell. Daddy Cool is $12.50. And Southern Pacific, that's in shrink wrap of hops, $7.50. Very nice copy. This Van Halen is sold to Pam Murray for $10. That was the VG minus copy. Pam, that's sold to you for $10. Burt Jordan gets MB for Moody Blues. That's sold to Burt Jordan. And Marion Faithful, the best of Marion Faithful, $7.50. Dan Seals, On Arrival. That album came out in 1990. $7.50 for Dan Seals. Albert Lee, Gagged But Not Bound. Albert Lee is $10. And Jason and the Scorcher, still standing, $7.50 in shrink wrap. On that. So we have up at the top right now, without further ado, Visitor, our last couple auctions. Visitor and Queen. All right, let's put these up for bid. We have Van Halen 10. Burt Jordan got Moody Blues. Michael Peveler on 3D. 3D was, what was 3D, Michael Peveler? 3D, Albert Lee, Dan Seals, Marion. Let me know on that one. And then Pam Murray on Marion Faithful. And then Susie Breedlove on Southern Pacific. And then Chris Bachek on AL Albert Lee. That's so to Chris Bachek. Okay, so next is Visitor. Visitor is a 1986 USOG in shrink wrap. It is a VG Plus copy. It does have a light dish warp. Does not affect play. This is a $15 start. The cheapest listed for sale right now is $25. Visitor is a $15 start. That is Three Dog Night for Michael Peveler. Got it. That's right back here. Three Dog Night. That's so to Michael Peveler. And then Carla Brecky on ES. ES was I don't see an ES either unless that's something that's already sold. Visitor's a $15 start. And this is a sealed copy of Queen, A Day at the Races. I believe it's a 180 gram remaster. That is a sealed copy of Queen, $20 on that. $20 on that. We have up at the top, Southern Pacific, another Southern Pacific, $12.50. Eric Steele. Oh, that's the buy it now over here. Eric Steele. That's sold to Carla Brecky for $15. That's sold to Carla Brecky. Carla Brecky. Susie wants this Disco Terry Callier. That's sold to Susie Breelove. We're going through a half off bin. Ricky Van Shelton 3 is $7.50. And Jules Holland and his Millionaires, $10 on that. $10 on that. Give me 1 second over here. Make sure this is good to go here. All right, so we have Queen at 25. Visitors, a final call for a $15 start. Last half off end of the night. Some pretty good titles in here. Interesting titles. C-Train. C-Train self-titled is $7.50. Don Nicole wants Ricky Van Shelton. We are going through a half off bin, so these are half off sticker. Final call on Queen for $25. And next is Crystal Grass. Crystal World, VG condition, $5. New bid on Queen, $28. Winds of Change, Eric Burden and the Animals, VG condition, $5. Winds of Change, VG condition, $5. Willie Nelson and Ray Price, San Antonio Rose, $7.50 for that. There's 2 copies. They're both really nice, $7.50, $7.50. And Guthrie Thomas, The Poisonous Beauty. That's now $10. Visitor is a $15 buy now if anybody wants it. Visitor is $15. And we have Dixie Rock by Wet Willie. Dixie Rock is $10. And we have The Skeptics. The Skeptics is a 2013 Portugal blue vinyl. That's a garage album sealed. $10. Josie Sinkbell wants Willie Nelson, Way Price. That's sold to Josie Sinkbell. We have Roadblock, The Wheels. That is a 2012 UK garage album sealed. $12.50. Patrick Lear wants Wet Willie. That's sold to Patrick Lear. The Resonars, That Devil Drone. That Evil Drone. That Evil Drone. A 2008 Power Pop sealed. $10. Burt Jordan, let me know if you want back on Queen. Final call to Michael Peevler for $30. Chris Knapp wants The Skeptics. That's sold to Chris Knapp. J.D. Conklin was second. And Arlo Guthrie, Amigo. $10 on Arlo Guthrie, Amigo. $10. We have Pearl Jam going up for bid. This is the one we normally keep in stock here. It's unplugged. It's an unofficial. It's the complete concert unplugged plus bonus tracks on red vinyl. $25 start on Pearl Jam. $25 start on Pearl Jam. Skeptics, Chris Knapp wants Evil. Burt Jordan at $32, and Scott Oman wants Visitor for a $15 buy now. That is sold to Scott Oman. Next is Good as Gold, The Country Gentleman. Country Gentleman is $7.50. Tracy Songer on Crystal G. Crystal G, that was Crystal Grass. That's sold to Tracy Songer. Thank you. Justin Hayward and John Lodge, members of the Moody Blues. $5 on that. And Thad Jones and Mel Lewis, Umo, $10 on Thad Jones. What was that noise? Sounds like something just fell from the ceiling. Okay, I don't know what it is. Nicholas Dillers at 30 on Pearl Jam. Larry Smith on CG. That was Country Gentleman. That's sold to Larry Smith. Michael Peevler, you're out on Queen. Burt Jordan did bid 32. And we have Wanda Jackson, Country Gospel. Now just $5 on that. We have Crosby, Stills, and Nash Allies. That's $10. And The Hissing of Summer Lawns, Joni Mitchell. $10 on Joni Mitchell. Bellamy Brothers is $5 in Shrink and Hype. Crosby and Nash is $10. And the last record here was The Worst of Homer and Jethro, VG Plus $7.50. Marillion is the only auction that has not sold tonight. It's a $35 buy now. At this point, I'm looking for best offer. This is Marillion, script for a Jester's Tear. It's an original UK near mint minus VG Plus cover, $35. So, I said Queen was at 32 of Burt Jordan. We pulled Crystal G. We got a bid on Pearl Jam for 30. Then we pulled Country Gentleman. And then Burt Jordan on WJ. That's Wanda Jackson. Larry Smith, you're second. Queen got a new bid for 35. Donna wants Can, but that was for Crosby, Stills, and Nash. She corrected it. CSN. Preston Rose wants Homer and Jethro. And then Patrick offered 25 for Marillion. How much was Thad Jones? Thad Jones and Mel Lewis, Bill McClintan. That is $10. So, Nicholas Diller, I'm going to sell you the Pearl Jam for 30, Nicholas. You've bought from us before, correct? That is sold to you for $30. That's like $10 off retail. And now Queen's still getting bid for $36. How much for that? I answered that. And we have an offer on Marillion. Patrick, if I can get a $3 bump, I'll sell it to you. $28 on Marillion if you want that. It is an OG and it's very nice. Bill McClintohan wants Thad Jones. I'm going to run through these titles. If you need a price, let me know. And Michael says we did a crazy bin. That was the first two. I started off with 2 crazy bins. Sometimes I can't afford to do too many of those. Oh, I know what fell over. The rest of the auctions, which are for tomorrow, which is, I've got a half of a crate here of nothing but Iron Maiden records for tomorrow. Tomorrow is technically metal night, but I feel like we've done metal every night this week already. So we've already sold off a bunch of it, but I know where more is in the back. Plus, we got some very interesting Ween records. We got some expensive ones. We got a Ween record back there that's like a triple air horn. So let's see what's going on. We have Patrick Lear said he'll take Marillion for $28. And Michael Peevler's out on Queen. That's sold to Burt Jordan for $36. $36. You need email and items, right. So Nicholas, yeah, if you're a first-time buyer, send us a message on Facebook. Welcome and thank you. Email address and mailing address, yes. All right, I'll do one more half-off bin. And this half-off bin was the leftovers of a flip crate, okay? And that's kind of like the last call for good records. It's the leftovers of a flip crate. So I'm going to go through those really quick, okay? And technically in 30 minutes it's metal night. That is true, Trey. Let me read what's left in here first, though, and then we got to get started on posters because I plan on doing those pretty late tonight. Perennial, at least till everybody can stay awake. Perennial, Harry Belafonte, Dionne Warwick, Harry Belafonte, Dozer, it's missing a record. Brianna Morella, Jim Steinman, Daddy Cool, 11th House, Larry Coryell. We have Dan Seals, Jason of the Scorchers, Jules Holland, Southern Pacific, C-Train, Eric Burden, Willie Nelson, Guthrie Thomas, The Wheels, Roadblock, Arlo Guthrie, Justin Hayward, John Lodge. I like that album. Joni Mitchell, Crosby and Nash, and the Bellamy Brothers. Still some good stuff there. He has bought from us before. Thank you. Thank you. J.D. Vance put me to sleep versus you tonight. Well, I guess that's a compliment. Noah Farrell wants Joni Mitchell. That's sold to Noah Farrell. But man, yeah, we've sold like, you can imagine a crate, a full crate and a half full of auctions. That's what we sold. But let's do this half off bin. It was the leftovers of a flip crate. Belafonte prices, Gussie. We have Greek Theater. Greek Theater was $10. And then the one here with the Mosorki was $5. And if anybody else wants anything in there, if not, those records are what we call officially retired. So if anybody wants anything in there, let me know. Welcome back, Nicholas Diller. And let's do one more half-off crate. And so the leftovers of a flip crate will technically probably be really good titles. And this is like the last call for these because I think I've already discounted them once. Now they're going to be, these are typically good, too good of a records to be put in half-off bins. And so I put them in a flip crate and discount them a little. Now they're going to be half off. So these should be some good-looking titles in here. Let's go through them fast. We got 124 eager buyers. Gus C's going to start us off by taking the 2 Belafontes from the last crate. Sold and sold. Harry Belafonte. Those are sold and sold. All right, moving on. Let's get started in here. Should be some great titles. Commander Cody, Flying Dreams, $6.50, EX condition. Isaac Hayes Movement, VG Plus, $6.50. Best of Beach Boys, $9, was $17.99. Jonathan Edwards, Sunshine Go Away Today, $8.50. Rick Wakeman, $10 on Rick Wakeman. Roadwork, Edgar Winter's White Trash, EX condition, $12.50. Brent Robley wants the C-Train. Brent, you get it. It's got it. You got it. VG Plus, $7.50. J.D. Conklin, first on Beach Boys. That's sold to J.D. Jerry Conklin. Donna was second. Chris Bryant wants Jonathan Edwards. That is sold. We also have Jeff Beck Truth, VG Condition. VG Jacket, $5. Rod Stewart on vocals. Michael Peevler on Edgar Winter. Edgar Winter, that's sold to Michael Peevler. Next is Commander Cody. That is $7.50, live from deep in the heart of Texas. The Illusion, VG Plus $7.50. And we have Paul McCartney, Give My Regards to Broad Street, VG Condition $6.50. Patrick Lear on Jeff Beck. J.D. Conklin, you were second. Pussycat, starring Harry Nilsson. John Lennon produced it. EX Condition, $9. And Chris Knapp on The Illusion. That's sold to Chris Knapp. Next is Rockin' the Guess Who, $7.50. And Billy Joel is in shrink wrap, no condition notes, $7.50. John Lennon, Live Piece Toronto, a 69 UK, $17.50. Give me 1 second. Okay, so J.D. Conklin on Paul McCartney. Last record I pulled was The Illusion. J.D. Conklin on Paul McCartney. That is sold to J.D. Conklin. Donna was next on HN. Harry Nilsson. That's sold to Donna. And then let me stop there because this crate is quite full. So let me go ahead. Maybe we can fill up one more crate here late tonight. That would be awesome. Here's one right here. Let's fill it up. So Donna got the Harry Nilsson, Chris Knapp on the Billy Joel, then Burt Jordan, then Michael Rudolph, and then J.D. Conklin, and then Pam Murray. And then the main event, A Glove Story. That is sealed, $12.50. The Edgar winner was $12.50. It was $12.50. Next is the Beatles. First live recordings, $10. Half off been on these. Neil Young, Comes the Time. VG copy, $7.50. Bobby Gentry, Ode to Billy Joe, $10 on Bobby Gentry. The Worst of Jefferson Airplane, $12.50. That's the greatest hits. Don't you want somebody to love? Buddy Rich Big Band. Buddy Rich Big Band is $12.50. J.D. Conklin on B for Beatles. That's sold to J.D. Conklin, then Michael Rudolph, then Josie Sinkbell. Hall & Oates Live with the Temptations. It's a 12-inch single, $10 on that. I think it's a promo. Little Feat, last record album, that's $13.50. And we have another one. They're both $13.50. Clarence Gatemouth Brown sings Louis Jordan, a French copy, $12.50. Golden Earring Moontan, VG plus $12.50 on Golden Earring. And Johnny Cash sings the Ballads of the True West, $13.50 on that. George Jones, With Love, $12.50. And The Byrds, self-titled, $12.50. So Beatles went to J.D., then Michael, then Josie, then Burt. Nicholas Diller on The Worst of Jefferson Airplane. We have Gatemouth Brown sold to Michael Knapp. Those are sold and sold. And then the Fabulous Thunderbirds, Tough Enough, in shrink, $12.50. Kenny Cates on George Jones. That's sold to Kenny Cates. Then Scott Oman. Chuck Berry's Golden Decade Volume 2, a 2LP comp. That is $17.50. Charlie Daniels Band, Whiskey, $12.50 on Charlie Daniels. And Bruce Springsteen, his first album, Greetings from Asbury Park, $10 on that. Fabulous Thunderbirds is sold to Bubba, $77.75. Michael Peevler second. Then Donna, third. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2, that's EX Condition, $19. EX Condition, $19. Bob Seger, The Distance, $12.50 on Bob Seger. Allman Brothers and Latin Rogues is $10. And Roberta Flack, First Take. Roberta Flack is EX Condition, $15. Cheryl Smith on CD for Charlie Daniels, that's sold to Cheryl Smith. Little Feat, another one. This one has Feats Don't Fail Me Now, with George Washington and Marilyn Monroe in the car together. That's EX Condition, $14. Burt Jordan wants BS. That's Bob Seger. Kyle Gregory on JC. That was for the Johnny Cash Ballads of True West. Brent Robley on Little Feat. That's sort of Brent Robley. And then Patrick Lear wants Don't Fail Me Now. So you were second on that one. The band Stage Fright, VG plus $12.50. And the Pretenders, Get Close. The Pretenders is now just $10. No condition notes on that. Paul Young, No Parlay, VG Condition, $5. Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen, Hot Licks. That is VG, $5. Donna Ross, no condition notes, $5. Donna wants the band Stage Fright. That is sold to Donna. The Best of Chad and Jeremy is $5. J.D. Jerry Conklin gets the Pretenders. That is sold to J.D. Jean-Luc Ponty, Cosmic Messenger. That's $5. Jetstream wants Commander Cody. That's sold to Jetstream. Steels, Steven Steels, no condition notes on that, $10. J.D. Conklin wants DR, Diana Ross. That's sold to J.D. Jerry Conklin. T.G. Shepard, Motels and Memories. That's $7.50. Chris Knapp wants Jean-Luc Ponty. Donna wants the Chad and Jeremy. Those are sold and sold. Also, Commander Cody, Live from Deep in the Heart of Texas. That one's VG, $5. And Three Dog Night, American Pastime, $7.50 on that. Is Golden Earring still available? It is. I'm going to go through those again. I think that's one of the fastest run-throughs of a crate I've ever went through. It's still available. It's $12.50. Radar Loves on that one. And then Three Dog Night is sold to Susie Breedlove, then Michael Peveler second. I think I can go through those again just in case you blinked. If you blinked on that crate, you missed something. You missed at least 2 records if you blinked. Commander Cody, Flying Dreams, EX condition, $6.50. EX, Flying Dreams, Golden Earring is sold to Hiram. We have Isaac Hayes Movement, that's VG Plus, that's $6.50 as well. Rick Wakeman, $10 from Yes, Rick Wakeman. Jetstream on Commander Cody, sold to Jetstream. Commander Cody again. This one is no condition notes, $7.50, live from deep in the heart of Texas. Rockin' the Guess Who, and I'm pretty sure this is Orange OG label. Orange OG label. Patrick Lear on IH, which was Isaac Hayes Movement. That is sold to Patrick Lear. Jetstream rolling on the Commander Cody's. He gets that one as well. That leaves Rick Wakeman and the Guess Who. John Lennon, a 69 UK, $17.50. The Main Event soundtrack, an original seal, $12.50. Susie on GW. GW was Guess Who. Noah Farrell, you were second on the Isaac Hayes. We have Neil Young, Comes the Time, VG condition, $7.50. Ode to Billy Joe, a classic, Bobby Gentry, $10. Michael Rudolph second on the Guess Who. Buddy Rich Big Band, 2 LP, no condition notes, $12.50. Hall & Oates Live with the Temptations, $10. 2 Little Feats, the Last Record Album and the Last Record Album, $13.50. The vinyl is the same. That one has a piece of tape on it. That one doesn't. Michael Rudolph wants Ode to Billy Joe. That is sold to Michael Rudolph. Also, The Bird, self-titled, $12.50. Chuck Berry's Golden Decade Volume 2, $17.50. Awesome cover. It's a 2 LP compilation on that. We have Greetings from Asbury Park. Springsteen, still available for $10. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits is, make sure I'm doing my math right on this, $19. It's $37.99. And then half off of that. Josie Singbell on the Hall & Oates, that's sold to Josie. Allman Brothers still available for just $10. The Allman Brothers. Roberta Flack is now $15. Burt Jordan on CB. CB's Chuck Berry, that's sold to Burt Jordan. Also Paul Young, No Parlay, VG $5. Steels by Stephen Steels is $10. T.G. Shepherd, Motels and Memories, $7.50. Commander Cody is VG condition, $5. Cheryl does want the Allman Brothers for $10. That is sold to Cheryl. Wow. That was fun. I wish I had another one I know loaded with that good of titles I'm willing to discount like that. But Nick Bargeron on PY, that was Paul Young. That was a half-off bin, Dale, and that is what's left. That is a half-off bin. And I've went through it twice extremely fast, and this is the final call on it. And I think I'm going to just show, I'm going to bring the first crate of new vinyl up here because I'm going to I usually place it up here anyway, and we're about to go through posters next. And so Donna gets the birds. We had to start part 2, and thanks everybody for coming back. I said if everybody comes back when I start a new feed and we're selling records, I'll go through one more bin. We end up going through 2 more bins. Technically 3 because we finished the one we were going through. So promises made, promises kept. Claymore wants Southern Pacific. I think that's from a previous bin, right, Clay? That's from the last half-off bin. So if anybody wants anything in that bin, we went through 4 half-off bins and everything left is in 1 crate. We sold a lot of records right then. So thanks everybody for participating in that. We're still selling. Claymore wants Southern Pacific. Michael Rudolph wants T.G. Shepherd. We still got a Commander Cody. Stephen Steels, which is, I don't think I mentioned this. It's some kind of UK copy. It's an Italian pressing. Italian pressing on that. Roberta Flack, $15. That was $29.99. Dylan Greatest Hits. Springsteen, just $10. Both Little Feat still left, and Buddy Rich, and Neil Young, and Main Event, John Lennon and Rick Wakeman. So the reason those are such great titles, that was a flip bin. That stuff I made $14.99 or $9.99. Now they're half off. So some of them may have been the same price. Some of them may have been a couple dollars less. Bob Dylan is $19. Yeah, it's 38 stickers, so $19 on that. Okay, now I'm going to bring up the first crate of new vinyl. Patrick Lear wants Little Feat. I'll give you this one here. Patrick doesn't have the piece of tape on the cover. Nice vinyl, too. That's sold to Patrick. The last Commander Cody was in VG condition, $5. And Brent, he just got the one without the tape on it. This one has a piece of tape on the cover. The vinyl, though, is similar. So $13.50 on that one. I'll tell you what, I'll do 10 on that one because it has a piece of tape on it. Michael Rudolph said sold on Commander Cody. Bob Dylan is sold to Donna. And that one with the tape, I'll do $10 on it if anybody wants it. Otherwise, everything is sticker price or half off sticker. No more, no less on the half off bins. These are going to be right here behind me. Wow, that was laying over here on the counter. We really obliterated those. And I still think there's some good stuff left in the other 3 bins of leftovers we went through. So, but you may see them again. You never know. You never know when those could pop up. Roberta Flack was EX. Susie wants the little feet for $10. Sell this to Susie for $10. That's sold to Susie. EX in the about a VG or maybe VG plus cover. VG plus cover. All right. I wouldn't be doing my job, especially with new vinyl. Here's everything new that came in today. We got a repress of Silverchair, $46.99. Frog Stomp, 2 LP. The new Sleep Token is in on colored vinyl. Take Me Back to Eden, or at least a new reissue, $44.99. 1 AFI left. Black Sails in the Sun, orange vinyl, $33.99. Al Stewart now playing on the Sounds of Summer, sea blue vinyl, $28.99. Jetstream does want that Roberta Flack for the half off price of $15. That is sold to Jetstream, $15 on that. I have not found Chris Ledoux yet. I promise it's somewhere behind the counter in a crate. So we got like 14 crates of high-end records behind the counter. That's stuff that didn't sell at auction, autographs, high-end stuff John brought up to me that didn't get tagged for auction yet. Beatles bootlegs that I already mentioned, autographed albums. There's 14 crates behind the counter, and they're catch-alls. They're all like $50 and up records, and that's where it's somewhere in there. One night, we're going to do nothing but a whole show, a part 2 probably, of just going through all that stuff and selling high-end stuff. Soundgarden, Tears for Fears is $36.99. Forrest Gump soundtrack, $44. There's a new Rhino Sounds of Summer, $33.99. The new Slayer Live, we sold almost a full crate of them. 2 left, $36.99. Black Crowes was $28. Depeche Mode and Depeche Mode, Some Great Reward, and Music for the Masses. Judas Priest, Stained Glass. Sonny and Cher now playing. We have Slayer, a new colored vinyl reissue of Repentless. And then Black Sabbath Volume 4, this is $33.99. So that's all new vinyl from the night. Volume 4 redo, Slayer, Sonny and Cher, Judas Priest, Depeche Mode, Black Crow, Slayer, Linda Ronstadt, Forrest Gump, Tears for Fears, Soundgarden, Al Stewart, AFI, Sleep Token, and Silverchair. The Depeche Modes are $29 and $29, Mike Langford. Those are new and sealed. And there is another half crate of new vinyl, but let me show most of them's restocks. Let me show the Grateful Dead. This is the AAA, the all analog cut of American Beauty. Comes out Friday. I've got 4 copies left for $39.99. The Black Crows is called Before the Frost, $28.99. $28.99. Sonny and Cher, that's called Now Playing. It's a really cool, fantastic compilation. Sea blue vinyl, greatest hits, $26.99. $26.99. Brent Robley, that is one of the Rhino all analog cuts. American Beauty. I did not post a pre-order for this. I'm going to do that tonight. If I know I can get more, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So that is new from Rhino, $39.99. Comes out Friday. Michael Rudolph says he'll take a Sonny and Cher, 2 left. And then is the Black Sabbath a picture disc? No, it's inside of a jacket. Inside of a jacket. It's got a slipcase. Make sure I did all the right. Black Crows, yeah, that's called Before the Frost. Gatefold, I think it's a 2 LP. Yeah, that's a 2 LP, $28.99. Michael got a Sonny and Cher. Pam, it's $26.99 if you want one. There's 2 left. We pre-sold about 15 copies. Silverchair was really popular. Definitely Sleep Token. That was almost a full crate of those. Al Stewart, Soundgarden, Tears for Fears, Shout, Forrest Gump. Linda Ronstadt's on colored vinyl. The new Slayer, Live, Depeche Modes. We sold Violator earlier. Judas Priest, Sonny and Cher, Slayer, and Black Sabbath. Let me put the Grateful Deads in here. Let me put those in here since they're kind of new releases. Put those in there. And that just leaves not much left in this other bin. Let me just show them by hand here. I think I'll put them in these other crates around me. So Jimmy Buffett, Y Sport Pink Crustacean, remastered, $33.99. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Fishing for Fishies, $29.99. Radio City Big Star, $34.99. Sade Diamond Life, $38.99. The Black Crows is on green vinyl, Shake Your Moneymaker, $36.99 on the Black Crow. Slaughter, that is the Wildlife 2LP colored vinyl deluxe, $54.99 on Slaughter. Parliament Mothership Connections, $36.99. Here's another now playing. It's called Hall & Oates, now playing, $28.99, also on colored vinyl. Little Feat, Time Loves a Hero. Rhino Sounds of Summer, reissued on vinyl for the first time in 40 years. A new reissue, Sea Blue vinyl. Little Feat, $33.99. And then Utopia, now playing with Todd Rundgren. That is $28.99. Got all those condensed here on the table. There'll be in-store shoppers looking for some of that stuff tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And then very popular, as always, are the Johnny Cash reissues, the American Recordings. I've got Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Volume 5 on the American Recordings, Johnny Cash. I'm going to put those over here in front of Megadeth. How many Megadeth? I got 2 Megadeths left. And Michelle Miller wants a Sade Diamond Life. We got a waiting list going for the other one of hers. Promise. What's the other one called? I forgot. That's sold to Michelle Miller, though. All right, so we sold a Grateful Dead, Sonny and Cher, and Sade. Mission accomplished. Anybody else? I'm about to officially transition over to posters. I've already got the box behind me. I don't have to break to eat. I've already ate plenty, believe me. Although I'm going to eat whenever this is over anyways. So, anybody else? Final call for vinyl as I'm officially setting up my table here. Let me condense some of this down. I'm going to go ahead and push all this together, get my platform built so I can lay sold posters. I have a feeling we're going to sell a poster tonight. If we don't sell a poster tonight, I'll be surprised. Extremely surprised. If not, we'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I hope y'all stay around, though, because you're about to see some really cool, nostalgic, interesting stuff here. I got to get, my laptop's already on. Let me show you the boot box here. This one's full. It's heavy. Check this out. When we got disconnected earlier, I went to the back and got it. This is completely full of packets. I have not looked at any of them. The one on top says Roy Rogers, and I think it's full of puzzles, like old puzzles, Life magazines, and more. Jesse Hood Cash, American Quarters. Jesse, which volume or volumes do you want? I can get you all 6 of them if you need all 6, or sorry, this is some heavy stuff over here. Or I can show you any of the ones there that's available as of right now. Put that there. Let me move my laptop down. Let me go ahead and log in over here. Close that out, eBay and Heritage. All right. If you can't find a poster on eBay or Heritage that's sold, then it's pretty unique. An Elvis packet. A bunch of $12 bills. Well, we'll see what we have. I don't think that's enough for some of this stuff. All right, let me start looking through packets. Plus, I got the box behind the counter we didn't finish last night, but I wanted to go to something new here. Let me start making a mess. Not sure of the number. I think it was. Okay, I'll show them to you one more time. This is Cash. That's Volume 1. That's what Volume 2 looks like. There's Volume 3, Solitary Man. And there's Volume 5. So you may want the one on top, American Recordings. That's Volume 1. All right, let's see what this first. I found a loose poster in the box, so this wasn't in a packet. And it looks like a half sheet or an insert. And I see a signature on it. Golly, what a big signature. Black patch. Black patch. To Fred. Best of all, always, George Montgomery. Let's see. Jesse wants a volume 1. That's so to Jesse. Volume 1. Thank you. Okay, so interesting. He dated October 10th, 1990. To Fred, best of all, always, George Montgomery in black patch. All right, that's our first poster. Let me move all these packets down. Let me get my board over here as well. What time is it? We got a good solid hour tonight, I have a feeling. I think everybody's got a good solid hour in them. Maybe longer. Starting a fresh box, it's always a little bit more, you got to find a stopping point at some point, because this whole box is 2 nights worth probably 3 nights like the first box. There's a black patch 1 sheet, and let me go ahead and get signed in over here as well. And then I'll be able to go through a lot faster. Product research. And then I need to find out about George. Montgomery signed. There's a Western photo. Okay. Yeah, he dated stuff when he signed it. That's signed. Is that a comic book? That's some kind of book. Okay. Michelle, I'll do this. There's some good and bad things about it. Good thing, it's a really cool looking poster, and it's autographed. The bad thing is it's personalized to Fred. But I'm going to price it for just, I think, what his signature would sell for, just personalized, especially on a poster, $45. So George Montgomery, black patch, signed, personalized to Fred, $45. Michelle has dibs. Brent was first. He says he's going to go ahead and pass on it. So that's Michelle's if she wants it for $45. Let me go ahead and put it back in its sleeve. She said she'll take it. Awesome. That's sold Michelle for $45, black patch. All right. And the only poster sold was the 1 sheet for $57. So that's probably a good deal one way or another. Once again, I'm hunting posters. So I may pull out a lot of lobby cards. These are signed. Okay, let me put those right over there. We still got lobby cards. That's what's mostly left over from last night. We have a whole stack of lobby cards, and I'm going to go get those here in a minute, try to mix them in so we can finish them up. But that was the last thing we were showing last night. All right, I like the sound of this one. Let's see what it looks like. I have a feeling some of these will be signed, but we'll see. We'll see what they look like. Twilight in the Sierras. This is a Roy Rogers packet. I think you're all about to see some really cool posters. Twilight in the Sierras with Roy Rogers and Trigger and Dale Evans. All right. I need to go gallery list, not gallery. Okay. There's a 3 sheet, 1 sheet, half sheet. Wow, lots of 3 sheets. Wow, almost 10 years ago. 3 sheets sold for $119. This will be $65. $65 on this. Original one sheet, 1950. Michelle, Brent, Michael, and Michael. $65 on this. Nice. It's got tape on the back, but doesn't really, it's not really repaired. I think it's where they were trying to mount it somehow. Michelle says she'll take it. $65. All right, that's gone. That's sold to Michelle for $65. There's a lot in here. There's probably have to jump around on this one. This packet was very heavy, and they all look really cool. This one's a little bit lower grade, but what a cool looking poster again. Old Spanish Trail. Awesome stuff here. On the Old Spanish Trail. On the Old Spanish Trail. There's a 6 sheet. There's a lobby card autographed. Let me pull that up because I know we have signed. I know we're going to have signed Roy Rogers lobby cards before long. There's the one sheet from 7 years ago. Wow. That one sold for $454. I think that's just one of those outliers. And it was in really high grade. Wow, there's one from 2013 sold for $149. This is 1947. This is 1947. This must be either a popular movie, one of his more popular ones, or just because of the era, it's pretty scarce. This one's not perfect. It's got a tear right up here, but the piece is still there. It's got a little piece missing up here above the O in Roy, and then it's got multiple pinholes. It looks like if it's high grade, it gets really valuable. VG almost 10 years ago was $150. Let me see what that entails. That one's better than what we have here. Yeah, and the last one that sold a one sheet was 7 years ago, but it was very high grade. Sold for $454. So I'm gonna say because of the condition, if one sold for $150 that was pretty similar and 7 years ago, I'm gonna say $125 on this one. And it looks like this is a pretty desirable poster. $125. It still presents very well. You put it in a frame, it's gonna look nice. $125 on that. And that is Brent, Michelle, Gus, Michael, and Michael. 2 different Michaels there. Theater Poster Service, Clayton, Oklahoma. Brent says he'll take it, $125. That one doesn't come up for sale very often. If that was a little bit nicer, that would be pretty pricey. All right, let me even pricier. We know where those are at. Let me jump over to something else. My curiosity is killing me what's near the bottom of this thing. So I'm going to start pulling out some of these here. Huh. More autographs. Interesting. Okay, let me set those over here in the autograph pile. I'm not going to tell who it is. It's a female actress. Let's see what's in here. Okay, well, those are all autographed too. Can I find something that's not autographed? Not that I don't like autographs, but just... Here's one random lobby card. This is Bob Baker, 1938, Border Wolves. Border Wolves, 1938. 120, $10, $12 bills. Okay. I can charge you 120. Let's see here. No, wait a minute. That's less. No, never mind. We need to do 100 and whatever increment of that is next. What was you made me forget the name of the movie. Border Wolves. Let me look this up. I don't think anybody's reserved it, but I'm very curious because this is a old movie. A set of 8 Cimarron lobby cards sold for $2,000. Wow. Maybe we'll find some of those. 1931. Yeah, I don't see anything on this. I don't see any lobby cards at all. Let me see if the poster's on here. I know nobody's claimed it, but some of these, I was looking up some late last night, just random Western. I was trying to think of some of the ones we sold. And man, it was hard to find comps on some of these. But yeah, I don't really see this poster or lobby card really ever sold on here. But I'll set that aside for right now. I'll put it right there. Remind me not to put that in the bundle deal, either tonight or later, because I think that's a pretty good one just by itself. All right, I'm very curious if this is a poster. Let's see what's in here. It's a very, awesome. 1938 on Border Wolves, 1938. Let's Make Love, Marilyn Monroe, lobby card, 1960. Let's Make Love, Marilyn Monroe. Awesome. Day bill, window card. Don't forget about all those inserts back there. We got over 1,000 insert size poster, and they're all great titles. Clint Eastwood, Edgar Allan Poe stuff, Disney stuff. I'm going to dig all those out and try to do them like Friday and Saturday. And take a break from packets. $25 on this. I saw where a whole set sold. This is probably one of the better looking ones. Very nice condition too. $25 on that. Then Michelle, then Josie. Of course, y'all know her stuff. Extremely collectible and valuable. Tanner sent me a message here. Let me open it up and see what it says. All right, that's sold to Brent for $25. So that's two $12 bills and a $1 tip. More autographs. You probably won't hear people complain about finding autographs, but I just more. Oh gosh. I'll show them. It's just I like stuff that I can do a lot faster. I'm trying to find just straight movie posters. Oh, autograph signed by Jim Morrison. The Sign of Zorro. The Sign of Zorro. 1978. One sheet. $71, $63, $134, $312, $528, $990. Why is this so expensive? And then why does this one go down to $30? Either somebody got caught up in a bidding war multiple times. Let me check a different source. I mean, that's this poster right here. There's two identical comps for $312, $528, and $990. What is going on with this poster? Might have been a bidding war on those. Because here they are. Those are reissues there. You got to be careful when scrolling through eBay. There's a lot of not 27 by 41. Sometimes there are. Trying to figure out why those could be just like bidding war outliers is what we call it. Just like two people really going at it. Nobody wanted to stop. Or I'm missing something of why it's worth a lot more. Let's see here. Yeah, some people get involved in auctions and they don't. I know a couple people, they don't say out. They're in it till the end. They've messaged me before and they're like, sorry, Chad, I've been on that for a half hour, but I just don't say out. I've had 2 different people recently message me and tell me that. They say, I'm not out. I'm in till the end. So I think those are just odd outliers. This is a really good poster. It is in really good condition. And the more realistic comps are like 134, 63, and 71. So I'll do this one for $65. $65 on this one. And it is in nice condition. No pinholes. It's crisp. It's got really red looking colors too. So $65 on this one. And that is Brent, Michelle, Michael, and Michael. We got 2 different Michaels on tonight. Michael Rudolph and Michael Ruttman. Brent's got first dibs, then Michelle, and he said he'll take it for $65. But yeah, it sounds like sometimes they're just not as available, and maybe on there, and you get a couple people really wanting it. Hey, I've done that for James Bond stuff. I bid up a James Bond Japanese poster the other day for almost $2,000, and I said out, and the other people kept going, and it ended up bringing something crazy. And then there was one on there not too long ago. It was signed by Sean Connery and the actor who plays Q, Desmond Llewellyn, and it was an original poster. And I think I stopped at 28 and ended up bringing like $12,000. And the estimate on it was 500 to 1,000, which I was like, 500 to 1,000? The Sean Connery autograph by itself is worth $1,000. This is The Villain with Kirk Douglas and Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Villain. Never heard of this one. But I usually say out. I've got called in-person auctions are different. Have y'all ever been to like in-person auctions, like what I call old country auctions, like underneath a tent at an estate? Boy, I've overpaid for stuff. It's so fast and but next thing you know, I got a disco ball. I'll show it to y'all. Look at this thing right here hanging above me. See this right here? I got caught up in an auction on this, and I didn't even know what I was buying. See that? That's why we have it hanging from the ceiling with no price. I think I ended up paying like $390 for it after a buyer's premium. And I was confused. Everything was happening so fast, I didn't even know what was going on. Next thing I know, I bought it, and I was like, what? And then I was checking out, and my bill was in the thousands of dollars because I was buying stuff to resell anyways. But I was like, what did I pay for this? And they was like, after buyer's premium, $390. And I was like, what? $390. This Villain poster is only $20. It's very nice. Michelle, Michael, Kyle, and Curtis. $20. Michelle, you're first. Do you have a Jim Morrison autograph? Maybe. It's not for sale. Michelle's first at 20 if she wants it. She passes. Michael Ruttman, you're second. Then Kyle, then Curtis. Yeah, well, it's got a motor on it. It's an original disco ball. I mean, it's a real deal. It's got a motor on it, but we've just got it suspended. But yeah, you could get it to work. This is sold to Michael for $20. He was next. But I've never really tested it, Brent. Do you have a Jim Morrison? I really don't have it for sale. I have somebody wanting me to find one for them already. I've got somebody who is like looking for a Jim Morrison autographed album, and he's a serious collector. He don't even really watch the sales that much, and he's told me some serious prices he'd be willing to pay. A Jim Morrison signed album is one of the rarest autographs out there. You're talking like $30,000 to $50,000. That would probably be the auction estimate on a Jim Morrison signed album. It would be astronomical. You'd have to put it in a very high-end consignment auction. They say only about 4 legitimately exist that are actually straight signed. He didn't sign stuff, and he really never did obviously sign any albums. So, very expensive item. Now, we're not talking about a photo. We're not talking about a check. We're not talking about a cut or the back of a receipt. I'm talking about a signed, like LA Woman. Good luck. You're talking like new car money. Just like Janis Joplin. Good luck finding a signed Janis Joplin album. Not personalized either. Boy, look at this one. Springtime in the Sierras. Didn't we just have something kind of like that? That's a really cool looking poster too. Which one did we just have? This is Springtime. Yeah, this one's a little bit different. Okay. Well, the one we had earlier was 1952. This is the original 1947. Wow. This is the original 1947. So the one we sold earlier was 1952. This is the 47 OG release. It's just got a little bit of fraying. It's got a little chip there, a little chip there. It's got a couple dings right there in the G and trigger. And I'm looking right here, and it's been a while. It's been a while since one's come to market. 2015, 2016, very fine minus and very fine, 167 and 143. And that was, well, you could say 9 years ago. This one I'll do for y'all tonight. 125, which I think is what I priced the other one. I'll do this one for 125 as well, which I think is even a better deal. Brent, Michelle, Michael, and Michael. 125 on that. Cliff Burton's hard to get. Anybody that's part of the 27 Club, Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix. I mean, could you imagine a signed Nirvana Nevermind? Not only that, like an original one, though. Very expensive piece. I was going to see if there's a recent. Yeah, I don't know when the last time they even sold a. I don't think they have even sold a Jim Morrison. No. Yeah, 10 years ago they sold some handwritten lyrics to Riders on the Storm. 11 years ago, and that sold for $67,000. Who was first on this? Brent said sold for $125, and he said he'll swap it out if anybody wants the other one he already bought. So this is sold to Brent for $125, and if anybody wants the other one from 1952, he'll sell that for $125, or it's $125 if anybody wants it. Yeah, I bet if those handwritten lyrics of Riders on the Storm came up for bid that sold 9 years ago for $67,000, they'd probably bring $250,000. That's serious stuff. That's some serious stuff there. That's like stuff that should be in the museum, you know. Just like these posters. Let's see what we have here. The Life and Legend of Buffalo Jones. Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison died in 1970, I'm pretty sure. The Life and Legend of Buffalo Jones. The Life and Legend of Buffalo Jones. Unless this is some kind of conspiracy theory. $15. This one's only $15. Michelle and then Michael. Michelle thinks she already has it, so Michael, that's yours for $15 if you want it. Does anybody want to see the other poster Brent's talking about? It's his, but if you may want to swap them out, the springtime. If so, I'll find it in the pile. If not, I'll leave everything in order so it doesn't mess them up. Not much in the no-sell pile tonight. Of course, I'm picking and choosing. So I'm hand selecting stuff tonight. When I first go through these boxes, that's usually what I do. Michael gets Buffalo. That was called Legend of Buffalo Jones. There's a couple other things in here with the title Buffalo in it. Here's another one, Buffalo Rider. Buffalo Rider. This packet says Buffalo Movies. That could be interesting. How do you spell that? 2 F's? Yeah, of course. One F looks weird. This one is 1977. Pretty cool poster. Sold for $30, sold for $35. I'll do this one for $25 if anybody wants it. I'll do this for $25 if anybody wants it. No claims so far, and I think there's another one in here. Yep. There's another one that looks really crisp. This one looks like unhung. Yeah, this one's like brand new here. It's folded a little weird, but it's like brand new. So that's Buffalo Rider. Yeah, a whole genre of Buffalo movies out there. Who knew? That will come with a free plastic resealable bag if anybody buys it. And here is another Buffalo Rider, which I think is the one they just got. No, here, this is another one. This is the same movie. Okay, yeah, that's another really nice looking one. Fred had that one sleeved individually. He also had $225 on them. I think stuff he liked, he priced a little bit more. It'd be like if I was pricing my James Bond posters. Okay, they sell for about $500. Put $5,000 on it, see what happens. Michelle, I'll give you that one. I just showed Michelle if you want one for $25. That's sold for $25 to Michelle. Susie also wants one. I'll give Susie that next one for $25. That means there's one left. And Paul Brothers wants the Springtime Brent Passed On. All right, let me find that. And that is... Hold on a minute. That might be different movies. That says Twilight. Did they change the title? Hold on a second. Let's go back to that. I think it's that one right there. But the one Brent guy said Springtime. Yeah, I think it's the same film. Maybe they changed the title when they reissued it. Let me see what I have here. Let me get off the Jim Morrison stuff. Springtime and Spring. No, they're both called Springtime. Okay, that was a different movie. That was a different movie. Okay, yeah, that's Twilight. That's Michelle's. Okay. Old Spanish Trail. There's Marilyn Monroe. There's the Sign of Zorro. There's the villain. Okay, so what happened to that then? Or did you not get it, Brent? Hold on a second. There's Springtime. That's the one. That's the most recent one. So it's got to be somewhere in here. That was Black Patch. Okay, Black Patch. That says Twilight in the Sierras. Okay, then what was this one? On the Spanish Trail. There's Marilyn Monroe. The Sign of Zorro. The Villain. Springtime. And then there's the Buffalo. So that's a different movie, but Michelle said she got it. The Twilight. But Michelle says that's hers. Let's see here. There's Springtime in the Sierras. Maybe we didn't. That was a completely different movie, Twilight. They just look the same, and there's Twilight and Springtime both in the Sierras. Yeah, there's where I searched it right there, Twilight and the Sierras. They look very similar. Of course, they have very similar titles too. So who got Twilight? There's a Twilight and a Springtime. Brent definitely got the most recent Springtime, and then there's a Twilight. They're both in the Sierras. They're both Sierras. One's Twilight and one's Springtime. There's Twilight. Brent definitely got Springtime. Michelle says Twilight was 65. I got it. Okay. Okay. I'll have to. We'll check the tape. Okay. So Brent, you got Springtime, and Michelle got Twilight. Wow, that's confusing. Twilight and Springtime. You think they could mix that up a little bit, huh? Okay. Whoever rewatches this feed, just double check those. But it looks like it looks like Brent's going to keep the one he has, and he doesn't have an extra one, it looks like. I got confused too. And they're different movies. Wow, this is a cool lobby card. Ladies of the Chorus, Marilyn Monroe. 1952, Ladies of the Chorus. Wow. Man, everything to do with this is expensive. There's 6 of them, sold for $274. $274.85. $45. The only one that sold, a set of 6 sold for $274.85 10 years ago, or not a set, just 6 of them sold for $274, which is $45 a piece. And then 8 years ago, one sold individually, pretty similar to this one, for $69. So I think this should be this is $65. $65. And of course, if you want to try to get a movie poster, the movie posters sell for about $800. The 3 sheets sell for about $1,000. Some of them sell for $500. Some of the 1 sheets. That's an expensive poster. Brent, Debbie, and Josh. That's one of the better lobby cards I think we've ever found. Let me get all these empty packets out of the way. All right, and we've been selling all these Roy Rogers. I still got a whole stack going over here. Brent says he'll take it. I'm going to put that in a sleeve for Brent. That's sold to Brent for $65. Good piece. Of course, anything 50s, Marilyn Monroe, original. Wow. That's sold to Brent. All right, let's go back to some of the RR stuff. RL? Maybe these titles won't be confusing. Let's see what the movie is. Let's get it open. Definitely old paper. Definitely an original. And this has turned out to be a really good packet. Ooh, nice. That's not the name of the movie. The name of the movie is the San Fernando Valley. San Fernando Valley. What a nice looking poster. So I think I confused everybody earlier when I said that poster we had earlier was actually a reissue. That wasn't true. We never did even have that poster. Wow, this is a killer here. I knew it was going to be good just by the colors and the subject matter. That's not even an original. I don't think. No. This is a good one. I don't want to give you my sticker shock, but let me confirm a price. Let's go most recent. What is the most recent one right there? Well, okay. It's not that bad. I'm finding more reasonable comps. It's kind of like that Zorro. There's some, you can tell some people really wanted it. Oh, well, that one's like new to be such an old movie. But I'm going to go by this most recent here, which is in similar condition, and this one. And this is $125. This one's $125. I got Michelle, Brent, Michael. Yeah, 125. Michelle, you're first. Some of them, like 10 years ago, had sold for almost as much as $700. That's not even counting inflation. That's like $1,000 in today's dollars. 1947. 125 on that one. I think a lot of these nice Roy Rogers are going to be around that price. First was Michelle, then Brent. All right, let me dig some more stuff out here. Very exciting. What is that? I'd like to find a Marilyn Monroe autographed poster. That'd be pretty special, wouldn't it? Michelle passed. Brent said sold. All right, this is sold for $125 to Brent. I'll try to get that in a sleeve. Here's a random press kit. Alias Jesse James, Bob Hope, and Rhonda Fleming press kit. Alias Jesse James press booklet. That's all autographed.